I'm Summer Huntington of Steel Mace Vinyasa and Shala, and today I'll be talking about the difference between our Steel Mace Vinyasa Level 2 seminar and our Steel Mace Vinyasa Level 1 seminar. So as you can see, I have two different manuals in my hands. I'm really big on manuals. I train all of my coaches in my 100-hour and in my 50-hour Steel Mace Vinyasa teacher training, which is my virtual teacher training offered online all year round. I teach them how to develop manuals because when you actually learn to program design, it's going to shift everything. So I literally have two different manuals that I teach from. So let's first talk about what's in the Steel Mace Vinyasa Level 1 manual. Level 1 manual has about 20 conditioning exercises. They're the core foundational Steel Mace Vinyasa exercises that anybody should understand if they're wanting to learn how to condition yoga asana under load. So there might only seem like there's 20 exercises, but there's 3 levels of difficulty for each of those. So there's actually about 60 plus exercises in the Level 1 manual. The Level 2 manual, which I'm bringing back our Level 2 online workshop. It's a 3-day intensive in April. It's the first time I've taught it publicly in many, many years since we first launched the program about in 2018. So I'm super excited to bring it back. But this manual is a lot more complex, and it has all 12 workouts that are in my Steel Mace Vinyasa Level 1 and Level 2 programs. All the workouts are written out in this manual, plus very specific loaded flows that accompany them. So I'm gonna just randomly pull up one of the workouts and explain what is in it and why it's important. So this is, drum roll please. So I'm gonna walk you through, this is a good one. Workout 5, side swing to pivot lunge, side swing to pivot lunge plus overhead press, side swing to pivot lunge with overhead press and drop swing, side swing to pivot crouching lunge, and side swing to pistol squat. So as you can see, the Level 2 content is a lot more complex and it's a lot more dynamic than the Level 1 stuff. The Level 1 stuff is usually like a Warrior 2 lunge, conditioning that singular exercise with rep. With the Steel Mace Vinyasa Level 2 content, you're integrating side swings and front swings and footwork so that we're making and building what are called compound exercises, basically pairing two things together, compound exercises, and adding the complexity of drop swings or 360s or other like mills and things like that. So let's just walk through this little variation here. And you can also, a lot of these movements in the Level 2 manual, you can actually do at the club as well. So let's start with side swings. So in a side swing, feet are hip distance apart, lock out the elbow, make sure that you have a nice clean side swing first, and then you can anchor your club on the ground or your mace on the ground, finding a nice thoracic rotation here. From here, I side swing up, I side swing. So we got our nice clean side swing. And then my side swing to my crouching lunge, coming up next. A crouching lunge, I have to pivot, and this is a great exercise. I've got my reverse guard position here. This exercise allows me to really work on my ankle mobility and really getting into deep knee flexion. Stand up, re-pivot the toes back in, find your side swing, pivot, lifting the toe up, crouching lunge, body upright. Here, big knee flexion, and here I'm just bearing load on my ankle. It's just really great for getting that ankle mobility here, which is really missing from a lot of our training. I stand up, side swing, crouching lunge. Next progression, side swing. So exercise 3 would be coming to your crouching lunge and then pressing up into a block position, horizontal overhead position, pulling back down into reverse guard, stand up, pivot the toes in, rotate the body, cast, swing, catch. I pivot, crouching lunge, horizontal overhead. So the Level 2 content, the exercises build on each other. So I just walked through 3 exercises in a row. Let's go to the 4th one. Side swing, crouching lunge, block, drop swing, back to my reverse guard, stand up, pivot the toes in, rotate body, cast, swing, catch, pivot, crouching lunge, horizontal overhead, drop swing, lots of stability required to perform that drop swing. Maybe I would modify my drop swing if I don't have a full drop swing in the practice. Stand up. And then eventually working towards a pistol squat. Stand up, pivot, side swing. Pistol squat eventually would be going all the way down with the leg pointed straight out. Ideally, you would do it on both sides, but you'll notice there are quite a few degrees of freedom that you're exploring. You're also working proprioception, so really learning how to navigate your body as well as the mace, moving through space. We're working on different mace landmarks. We're working on deeper ranges of motion. Let's do it on the other side. So I'll start with side swings. Side swing. So generally in the Still Mace Vinyasa level 1, level 2 programs, which are the online programs where this manual came from, everything's online in a program. We would do this for 2 minutes of work, 30 seconds of rest in the actual program. So since it's one on each side, I would split it up. It'd be like a minute of work on each side. Next progression, pivot, reverse guard position, take the elevator down, sit on your back heel, body upright. Stand, pivot the toe in, rotate the body, cast, swing, catch. We're working timing, we're working agility, we're working ankle mobility, deep knee flexion, spinal stabilizers, ripping and crushing. So that would be exercise 2. Exercise 3 in the manual and in the program, I press up into my horizontal overhead position, I pull back down, squeeze glutes, pivot, lots of ankle and footwork, cast, swing, catch, crouching lunge, horizontal overhead, stand, so you're synchronizing that stand with the elbow pulling to the rib. Next progression, side swing, pivot, crouching lunge, press up, partial or full drop swing, stand up, rotate body, side hip root. So here I'm getting so much information into my nervous system with the coordination, the timing. Like look at this little rotation right here, often gets missed. So important for the spine. I can add my full drop swing when I'm ready. I can add eventually. I can add my pistol squat. Stay a little high in my pistol squat. So, when you want to train new skills, and you add load, and you train repetitions, and you train specificity versus randomness, you'll see how all of those exercises built on each other. I had my side swings. I had my side swing to my pivot lunge. My side swing to pivot lunge, adding a layer of complexity. My block, adding a layer. My drop swing, adding a layer. Pistol squat. If I would have gone straight to pistol squat, I would have missed so many opportunities for refinement and for growth. So I encourage you, if you're serious about learning Still Mace, move away from just randomized training. Really train with a purpose. Learn the primary and secondary focus first. That's what we cover in our level 1 seminars and certifications. When you're doing the advanced material, your 100-hour, or coming to a level 2 seminar, that's when we're learning how to move in more sophisticated ways. Compound movements, complex movements, adding drop swings, adding directional changes. Training with a purpose, making it fun, and finding inspiration on the mat, tapping into flow state. This is what we're after, and this is how I've curated these programs to purposely and intentionally facilitate a flow state response. Hope you enjoy the material. Click the links below and get in touch. Comment if you have any feedback. I'd love to hear your input and how this landed.